recording now.
Okay. Welcome back after a little bit of a 3 week hiatus. Welcome back to the Eye of the Storm. I forgot the name of the podcast. My name is Trevor Walker, better known as Skyline, and right next to me is someone I thought was going to be gone, but is still here for some ungodly reason, Doug McDonald.
Yeah. Yep. They try to get rid of me, and I just bounce back.
We have a lot to talk about. First of all, why have we been gone for so long? Time has not been kind for us.
No.
In the last few weeks. First of all, we tried to record. I think it was when after we recorded the John episode. We were going to record that next day. Not next day, the next week. Guess what? Storm hit us. Couldn't record. And then the next week, we got slammed with stuff. I'm about to record this week because it was getting really hectic.
Yeah. Luckily today, we had somewhat of a break, and we were able to just get together and do that.
Yeah. So it's hectic for all of us right now. We're getting really, really close to finals week as well, which. By the way, if you have Ryan's classes and you're at Rio, this is the last week. So yay, good luck to everyone, including myself. I have 4 classes on Rise. So, how do we talk about what Rise is going to do for the last few weeks, shall we?
So you want to talk about esports related stuff or what's going on around campus?
Actually, no. Let's start with campus first. Okay,
All right,
we never talk about campus.
We're falling in on May. So first things first, Final Boss Con is coming up soon. May the 4th. We got a lot of vendors. I think there's like 100 some vendors.
I might be able to go for a little bit. I don't think I'll be able to do what I did last year.
But a lot of Rio is going to be there. It's going to be during finals week, so that way every student can go to this. Another thing is during campus, there's going to be a lot of rush week with all the frats and sororities, and you got that. You got finals week coming up. A lot of just events are coming up here at Riot. So if you're looking for something to do around Riot, there's going to be plenty these coming weeks. It's kind of overwhelming sometimes. That's also another reason why we haven't been doing stuff, because I'm also busy outside of this. So I'm constantly doing stuff around school.
Yeah.
I have been slammed. Sleep is not a thing anymore for me. I legit didn't sleep last night because I had so much to do.
Yeah.
It's been one heck of a ride so far.
And that's kind of how it's been for a lot of us right now, especially here at Rio, that isn't as busy as Devin himself. So, but, with the esports side of it, it's been very, very successful as of late. So we'll just start off with that, where Rio Grande has had a bit of a stir coming into their into the playoff run for both League of Legends and Overwatch. We first faced off against Bayern University, and ended up being a 2-1 victory when that happened. And then, actually, I'm trying to remember all the scores right here. And then they also faced off against Mount Cat Esports the following week, which they
won 2.
They also won 2-1 as well. And then last week, they faced off for a spot in grand finals against. I want to say that was also. I think never mind. That was Mount Cat. Oh no, that was JMU. They went against JMU in the semifinals match where they did start off pretty rocky. They lost map 1. Map 2, 3, and 4 was exactly the same League of Legends Red Storm League of Legends that we've seen all season. Which means now Rio Grande is now in their first grand finals for the ECAC right now.
Yes. And it's weird enough to say, if you would have said that league team that won the championship in the NECC 2 years ago,
yeah,
that they would be not even having a team the next semester, and not having a team all the way up until we switch conferences, get a team, and then they're immediately back in the championship.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
If you told Chase that, would he believe that?
He would tell me to go to hell, to be honest.
Yes,
but the thing is that with this one, I think going with league team, this is a completely different group than what he had. The only person that came back was Chase.
Yep.
And even then, Chase had to wait patiently just for having another time with it. So, but we got more on that as well with some of their players as well. Also, we've got a lot of first-time players too on this team as well. Now I got to think about it. Okay, first of all, Captain Clutch switching from Counter-Strike to League of Legends.
Switching from a lot of sports.
Yeah, a lot of games.
A lot of games to this game now.
Yeah, no, I think he plays. I think he's top laner, if I remember correctly. I have it on my notes somewhere. Sure. Either way, but no, he transitioned from a completely different style game to a MOBA and has been doing great. And then you also have a bunch of newcomers that just come out of thin air, I'm trying to think here. We had them written down, but Yeah, Jojo Ray DeLus and Marty Mid as well.
Mhm.
Those two are doing great as well coming into this, and everyone on the entire team is doing great. The thing is that this is truly like just kind of just proves the point that he does have a little bit of coaching power when it comes behind him.
Oh,
When it
yeah.
comes to, I expected nothing less.
Yeah.
Especially since he was only doing coaching until he came here.
Right.
So I expect nothing less from it. The thing is, it wasn't the question. Okay, League of Legends has been in the grand finals before. Will they do it again? Will they win the championship again?
I think they would do it. They've been looking outstanding this year. Like, even in the moments like where they're like, I saw in Diddy's eyes like, oh, this is gonna be a little bit of a tougher battle.
Yeah.
They just persevere and just push right through that, and then it's like nothing just happened, and then they just win, and Diddy's just like, all right, now we got to do this. And
the entire season they've had this year, and including playoffs, have only dropped a total of 5 maps.
Mm-hmm.
Over a span of how many games? What, it's like 10?
Well, I'd
say 5 rounds lost out of who knows how much.
Yeah, a lot of games.
A lot of games.
Was there 8 weeks?
7.
7 weeks? So 7 weeks, and 5 rounds of playoffs.
Yep.
So 5, yeah.
And it's a best of 5 now for now. It's best of 5 for JMU. We're going against JMU solo, and they'll be playing this Friday. And hopefully it'll be streamed. I don't know if we'll be able to. We've been able to.
I did see messages that they are also talking about rescheduling, so it might happen sooner. There will be an announcement.
Yes. So if there's anything changed,
this is probably coming out after. So
So things did change. However, with the stuff that we've been doing, we've been really busy as well. The Rio Grande Overwatch team has been very busy as well. Okay, entering as the 1 seed going into it. First time Rio Grande Overwatch has gone into the last with 1 seed, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We ended up finishing the season undefeated. I don't believe we did a podcast episode when we did that.
Oh, yeah. No.
We went undefeated, guys.
Wait, no. Yes, we did.
Oh.
John was
we went undefeated. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. But I remember John was here. He's like, no, you were the first team. Like, you're the first player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, there's a snippet of it somewhere. Don't even. If you go watch it yourself. We're not putting it in. We're not worried about that. I'm not trying to make this episode super long. But, first round of playoffs for us saw us go against Endicott Goals, and that was more of a dogfight than what I was going to expect.
I will take the blame for some of that. Like I've told you guys, I'll take blame for that.
No, we don't need to take blame for anything.
Well, I mean, in a way that we would have went 3-1 if I didn't make that substitution that I thought would just be. I just wanted to try something, and I tried it, and it didn't work. I had confidence in the team that they're going to persevere either way.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. When you did it, it was probably best. This is the best time when you did it.
Yeah,
that's best thing.
Oh, I wasn't going to do it like last map, but map depended on it.
But no, map 4, because when we did look over the VOD, push was not really a good map for him, and then we just didn't really hold up on it. So when we went against Endicott, we saw Legion Tower went all 3 rounds, and they got stunned. Mm-hmm. And then after that, a substitution was made. My PC crashed.
Yep.
It just bit the bullet for no reason. Nolan came in, saved up map 2. I believe that was Kings Row.
Yep.
Yeah, we went to Kings Row, and then we get to map 3 where some switches where I come back in, and Nolan got substitute to tank, and that was that also came down to the wire as well. Yep. Until I think you said it. Someone was like, "Wait, we have these 2 support ults and Visor." Yeah, no one said we had.
We have the best combination.
Yeah, we had
Visor, Nano, and it was a Casino Rush.
It was Rush. Yeah, we had the best combo in the game. We win.
Yep, and it came to the last one, and then immediately, it almost went down the drain immediately. Jake ran down there and just eviscerated a Tracer. And then next thing you know, he catches a rock by the Sigma. Stuns him for a minute there, but their team got caught off by that ult. Yeah. Luckily, they started backing up and feeding into Jake's ult.
Map 4 saw Esperanza, which then was a little no success for Rio Grande, which was forced to a map 5, which was then later won very swiftly. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to lie, this whole entire time where I've been playing, and this is the only time where I actually looked at the screen and I was somewhat concerned. Mm-hmm. We went to serve also on that pushback, by the way. I was concerned because I realized if we lost, I was not playing any more games, and I was just gonna be like, well, fun.
Yep.
And then first fight happened. I was like, okay, I'll see you guys next week.
Well, whenever I made that substitution, I called it a breather for the other guys for a minute there, and after that map, I could sense something shift in the room. That it was, all right, this is that. I brought it up during practice that it felt like sometimes you guys lose that hunger to be the best.
Right.
And all of a sudden, I just felt like you guys awakened something. You finally were like, all right, back's against the wall. You're not beating me.
Yeah.
And I pointed out during Waterview sometimes, like especially that Parisio game a while back, that like they were on that very edge of getting a third point, and you guys just wouldn't let them. And I was like, you guys, that right there is what I like to see.
Yeah, no, the
and
hunger
awoke, and then you guys just completely just curb stomped the team.
Yeah, no, the hunger for us is like it's. But I think it's almost one of those things that we're just like getting too used to winning. That's why I think that's one of the things.
Yeah.
Because I think about it. This winter season, we have not been like challenged too much. Week 1 was probably our biggest challenge, and then USF was also a really big challenge. In the Cop was a really big challenge. Those are like the only times I would point out like the other games that we played didn't necessarily feel like we lost to a team. It felt like we lost to ourselves.
Right.
But we didn't really lose in the first place. It's like
I've
the match we lost.
I've told you guys since the get-go, your worst enemy is going to be yourself.
Yes.
No matter what. If you beat yourself, that makes you a better player, a better person, and that battle is going to be constant for the rest of your life.
Yes.
So.
And talk about the last game that happened here, and this one I'm really excited about because I was involved. I actually had myself a little bit of a play here as well. But we went against RSU. But I saw you. But no, we were going to RSU. Map 1 was Samoa, our pick. Yeah. So we go into it. Game 1, we got steamrolled. I ain't gonna lie.
Yep. And I this was a weird one because
this was a very weird game.
Because all week during practice, I had to bring up the fact that I was like, okay, I looked at film and I was like, this team is good. Technically, they were like the USF. They hadn't lost a single match.
Yeah, it was exactly.
They only forfeited a game.
It was exactly like USF.
And I was like, okay, this team loses a round. They lost one round out of all the film I watched. That one round, their tank was distracted the whole game. If that tank was shooting at the other tank, they lost. And I was like, Jarrett, Jamie Tart this.
And state the Jamie Tart technique.
He, literally, at one point, I believe during the Samoa map, he goes, "Look at me, big guy! Look at me!
Look at me! Look at me! Look at me! I'm over here." Yeah, that was great. However, going into map 3, it was a little bit more of a dogfight. It was the hotel side of it. You saw a blunder for me get staggered. First of all, I got staggered. Well, the things that they were look. If you saw from my perspective, I was shooting. Everyone was still shooting at me. And then I'm like, I was gonna die. And then the second I stopped moving, everyone stopped shooting. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, okay, cool. And then I started walking off. Then they killed me. Well, okay.
Everyone's just yelling at Trey, run!
I was here, get staggered, run. I'm like, oh crap. And the second I start moving, then they take my head off. So.
But like I told you, I said, if you see a support standing there and he's shooting at you, go down fighting. You shoot the support and kill him.
However, I did manage to redeem myself. I'm not gonna lie. I could not keep up with them. RSU was just they had my number entirely. 99 overtime, barely get there. I get touch. I managed to force BAP off, and then everyone else kind of just starts collapsing on. I died to a tracer bomb that hit the ground.
Yep. If we could pull up a compilation of that.
Oh, it's not.
I think there's about 5.
5, yes. There's probably at least 5 tracer bombs.
During practice, there's more than that because there's never times I've done bombs that I've just like watched you just. I threw a bomb at I think Cody one time, and he ran that way. The bomb was getting ready to blow up. You just come out of frame, just running to it, like get down, Mr. President.
Get down, Mr. President. That's all it is. I don't know. Apparently, it's. I don't know what happens more. Okay, me getting tracer bombed or you walking off map. I don't know.
I mean, it's
probably
it's a rough thing.
It's probably about even. We all have our own little quirks anyway. Besides, Jake C9.
Yeah, Jake C9.
I know you're cringing right now, Jake. I know you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like Traven C9 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't care about my.
You didn't do it alone. You had Cody with you.
Did we still win?
Yeah, you still won.
Exactly. I don't care. But anyway, map 2. We went to Kings Row, and Nolan had probably one of the biggest plays that we have seen in Riot. Well, both Nolan and Goose, I would say right now. They're all bunched up.
Oh, yeah.
Nolan threw Sticky onto Rom. Then you saw Terra Surge get pulled out.
That was probably the farthest pool I've ever seen. Ramatra be pulled.
Yeah, no. We've never, we thought that like from our perspective, is when we were watching it, we thought he just got one.
He got pulled probably about 6 meters, and if
Yeah.
you know Overwatch, you know 6 meters is a very long
So
distance.
he drags them all, and he gets 3 because like 3 other people got caught into the terror surge. It was probably one of the best plays we've seen in a minute.
It was a triple. He did it, and that's the thing. He did it twice.
Yeah, I know he
It
did
happened twice, and both times were not planned. They just knew they were going to use their ults.
Yeah, no, like that lineup was just disgusting. However, we get to map 3 where I remember Jared Lady said, "I want to finish this."
Yep. He said he wanted to keep the lineup same. We had talked about making swaps and stuff like that.
I like to say,
making plans, and then
I like to say after map 1, I knew like the first thing I went in my mind, I was like, if I'm on DPS, there's a good chance they still have a fighting chance. I remember I got up and I was like, Nolan, Ed.
Yep.
So that lineup with Nolan in was probably the best option.
Yeah. Because the lineup that was going to be going in, if it wasn't, it was going to be Nolan, Aston, Jake or you.
I'd probably say Jake.
If Jake, and then Lex,
Travis.
Probably Travis or Cody.
Yeah. That's probably what I was thinking too. But then before he even said anything, I just hear I want to end this.
Yeah, because Jared said, I feel good. I want to finish this. So
he just wanted to end it. I mean, that's the thing. He saw something. He saw it correctly because when the Kings were with the Circuit Royale and another Widowmaker masterclass from Jake once again, and then everyone just kind of showed off, and now Rio Grande will be playing for a spot in championship. A spot for grand finals this Wednesday, or what Wednesday would this be? The 17th, April 17th, will be semifinals. Yeah. So tune in or watch the VOD if this comes out really late. Mm-hmm. And then one more thing that does involve Rio Grande. Last month, former Rio Grande Counter-Strike and COD player Spoony competed in last month's CGL Nox Esports LAN with Icy and Ethan from OU Esports and Grimmy, and actually placed first.
Nice.
So I figured that we might as well just bring it up. I mean,
that's a big thing.
Yeah, no,
good job, Connor.
Yeah, no. Spoonie's been here for a little while. You don't really see him too often because he didn't really play a lot of seasons, but he's still a pretty decent player and needs to get some kind of highlight. Everyone needs highlights. So
yeah.
But no. Moving on to the match of the week. I did not finish this up because I was trying to write this down. The match of the week is obviously the grand finals match between League of Legends, the Rio Grande League of Legends, and Siena College.
Do you think that the league team would drop another map?
Here's the thing. I actually wrote that down. Every single game in playoffs, they've dropped one map in the series. Every single playoff game. I think the trend might stay the same because this Siena College team is actually pretty sure.
Gotcha.
They played for 2 hours, by the way, last week. I won't put that out.
Yeah, it was a long game. Like,
so
we were doing hard review. I think we finished before they even finished their game.
No, they started before us. We ended before them.
Yep.
Nah, that was.
And we watched 3 maps.
3 of our maps, and then 5 of
5 of their games. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I didn't mention we're going. So we're going against Province Friars.
Province, yeah.
Yeah, that is this week, by the way. But the League of Legends team is going against Siena College, and they attempt in one more attempt to add a little bit more hardware to the shelf and
be a little different hardware, which would be pretty cool looking.
No, I mean, this is exactly what I'm expecting with them too. This is going to be probably the way to see if this team that just kind of up and started, we see if this wasn't just a lucky jump or this is actually the real deal. This is for something now. So keep that in mind right now. When it comes to a lot of this stuff, now this is also, I think this is Chase's second grand finals. This is Captain Clutch's third grand finals.
Yeah.
Actually 4th. I think he was in 1 for Rocket League.
Yep. 2
for R6, 1 Rocket League. This is 4th grand finals. First one ECAC.
You have some good experienced players.
No.
Like even the new guys, I think they have so much playing experience. It just doesn't phase them.
Yeah.
Like, they don't see the if we win championship, that's cool. We win championship, but honestly, we're just here to play league.
Well, but the best way how I look at it is that whenever I play games and stuff, I have a different mentality going in the ranked and quick play and stuff than I do when I go into our matches. Granted, because they're different matches. They're a completely different game. However, with these guys who come in, these new guys who just come in, this is just another game for them. This is just another game. These are probably the most calm people I've ever seen in this program.
Yep.
And that's coming from the people who were on the Rocket League team last year. Those guys were really calm.
Yeah. And that's the thing, so weird with our program compared to everyone else is that like we have so much movement around. Like if we had the original people, we wouldn't have an honor mouse.
No.
League wouldn't have Captain Clutch.
No.
They would be the Rocket League team.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't have. Actually, we probably would still have the.
They wouldn't. Also, League wouldn't have Zappy.
I wouldn't.
Zap would be over with us still.
I wouldn't be in Rocket. I wouldn't only been.
Yeah, you'd be Valorant.
I still would have been Valorant. Probably. Yep. That's the thing.
Because there are some teams that like if you play one game and they sign you to that game, you're playing that game.
Yeah, that's all.
The other times you play is like just for fun.
Yeah, a lot of these times, though, like it seems like more like double like team players usually come in like around springtime anyway, because that's usually when like people are already gone home, stuff like that, and now teams are struggling to keep people home. So, but if you want to catch that League of Legends game, make sure to tune into Riot Grande Esports on Twitter, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, I'm pretty sure as well, and anywhere where all of our socials to be able to find out Facebook as well, to be able to tune in. So, all right, so let's actually talk about these playoff brackets going right here. We only have 4 teams to look over. It's funny because I was constantly updating this.
I can already tell you the Overwatch one. The one I think is going to be us against Catawba.
You don't have any faith in Mountain Cat?
You know why?
Why?
It's the perfect story. I'm telling you right now. Like, listen, if you don't believe in anything I say, how I say I'm an eldritch being and I know all things.
I about said, well, first of all,
listen.
You say story like you're Cody Rhodes.
It makes total sense. I thought about this earlier tonight.
All
right. So, Catawba has always been in the programs that we've been against.
Right.
We've always played against Catawba. Catawba's always been the toughest game. It's always been our week 3 game. Out of all those times I've coached, how many times did we lose week 3?
We do. How many times?
We've lost all week 3s except for this last season.
Right.
So, week 3. No, sorry, week 4.
Week 4 you didn't lose.
We always start off 3-0 and then we lose 1.
I say last season you didn't.
Yeah, or say last season was because we first time we actually didn't play against Catawba.
Oh, that's right.
So Catawba's always been there, and then also a lot of stuff that I've been going through has happened the week against Catawba, and I've either not been the best mindset,
right,
putting the team in the worst mindset, and all this stuff comes down to that. This year we didn't look at Catawba at all. Catawba's always been good. Every year that we've been in playoffs and we've lost, Catawba has won the championship. They are that team. Now, comes down to this. Comes down to the championship game. Rio Grande, Catawba.
So, me and you have different kind of perspectives on this. First of all, I genuinely think that because of all the practice we've been doing so far, I think Rio Grande does move on. Yeah, personally. I mean, I'm not going to bet against my own team. However, Mountain Cat Esports took down probably the favorite in the tournament. That was not us. Okay, first of all, I didn't consider us the favorite. I don't care if it was number 1 seed. I still think outside like the walls, I still think that John Jay was better than us. Like looking at it. However, John Jay got taken down pretty convincingly against Mountain Cat. Yep. I personally think Mountain Cat might be the team we actually end up looking at. But Catawba was an amazing story. I love it.
No, like there's also something with that. The game that they're playing against right now, that's going to be the game to watch.
Right.
But in the sense of Catawba, every time they've been in playoffs, they've never been anywhere close to the top 10. They have blown everyone out of the water because no one expects it.
Right.
Catawba is a different breed when it comes to playoffs. So that's why I say that.
Yeah.
Catawba brings out they've played whenever we played against them, we lost against them. We were like their second win. They just got in last, and because they ended up not winning any other ones.
Right.
And then we won all the rest of ours. That was our only loss, or whatever. But then whenever it came down to that playoffs, they smoked everyone. So I think Catawba was a different breed, but stories change. Stuff happens. So
I'm about to say, like either way, that's going to be the game watched for the Overwatch contenders division. However, for the league division, we have Rio Grande for Siena for grand finals, and then ODU goes against JMU for 3rd place.
I think JMU.
You think JMU's going to take it? Honestly, I think so too. To be honest, that JMU squad is actually really good. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I from a little bit, I was actually able to look into. I was like, Jesus, this is a team. That is a team to really look after. Honestly, that just goes to show more how strong Rival is too.
Yep.
So.
I mean, to be ranked in the Overwatch scene of it, it'd just be ranked in contenders. Like that's the second highest rank.
Right.
And I hate to say it, if they go by the NECC rules, I don't know if they do the same thing. ECAC, say we win a championship, we automatically get bumped up.
Yeah, that's going to be very. I mean, I'd expect us to get bumped up. Look, in the first place, when we did the initial standings and stuff, we were supposed to be in the top.
If the ranks and stuff like that, like if our team's ranks are lower, then we'll probably stay the same rank.
I say we were supposed to be up. That's the thing. We were supposed to originally be at the tippy top when they did the initial scheduling because they looked at everything. They took the top 5 players of every team.
Yep.
But then everyone got upset about it and they redid it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, in our way, it's fine.
Oh no,
even though our top 5 players are the highest ranked players,
and we weren't using our top 5 players. Yeah. We were using. I think we used like 4 of them. I think.
Yeah.
Well, like we had a master. We had 2 masters. No, we had a master, a grandmaster, top 500 that was staying on the side,
and then a plat,
and 2 plats. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, going into this is going to be a very exciting week for a lot. Well, for ECAC in general. Mm-hmm. Also, NECC did just wrap up last week too, so that's another thing as well. So keep your eyes.
So UPMR,
QRPM.
I don't think they won.
PRM. Oh yeah, I know you're talking about
UPRM.
Yeah, they did pretty well. What was it? NDS. What was it? Kegs team.
No, they're not in that conference.
So wait, they're not in NECC.
No.
Oh.
They're in like the NJ something.
Oh yeah, NJCAA. That's right. So we are actually getting into this very probably the most exciting part of collegiate esports. We're into that.
It's fun, but as a coach, it's stressful.
And we also have possibly also going to have what's it called, the nationals coming up here too. Maybe we will see, but
it's never ending.
I'll say if this nationals if we got invited to NECC nationals because we played this season and we didn't do
it would be NECC.
I'm saying if we did NECC because we're still. If we still had points.
Well, we made playoffs last semester.
Yeah, but I don't think it was enough.
And say we win championship. You win championship, you're automatically in.
Yeah, we win championship in ACC.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's bringing ECAC now.
Yeah, ECAC. Hopefully, if there's a nationals, then my career goes on for a little bit longer. Mm-hmm. If there isn't a nationals, next week will be my final match.
Yep.
Which is
now. Here's a question for you, Traven.
Right.
If you talk about it all the time, though, the guest, what is your plans after this? But in the esports related thing, if you were to go into another team, what game would you try to go for?
That's actually a really good question. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Not Valorant. I'll tell you right now. Look, not Valorant, and not Siege probably, just because for the fact that those 2 games have some high, Siege has such a high skills cap now. It just doesn't really seem easy to get into anymore. And I just fallen out of love with Valorant. I can't get back into the game. I tried playing it last week and I just could not stomach it.
Right.
I mean, Smash was up there, but I feel like Smash is one of those things I can only take casually. So, but right now, top contender would be Overwatch. This is the only game I feel like I actually have some kind of skill in. But
what about COD?
COD's up there too, but I like the competitive side of COD a lot. I just don't think I can deal with the general base of what it is. As every person, every single game has their egos. However, everyone in COD has a fucking ego. So
right,
and that I just don't like hanging around those kinds of people because really, these are all team games at the end of the day. So I don't know. If I respect people who play COD. I just can't stand around it. Now, player wise though, I'll say this right now. Player wise, I feel like Overwatch is the only option, and if I get an offer, I will play. Great. But I feel like it's more realistic for me to see a more executive role in a org or something, if anything. Me starting an org, joining an org, and running something, coaching. I don't care what it is. Or maybe I come back to Riot and coach something. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I don't. This is not the end for me. This is what I feel like. This is not where my esports career ends. This is not the end of the road. This can't be it. That's all I figured. So it could be, but in my eyes, it's not over. This is just the chapter. This is just the beginning chapter.
Yeah.
So I would like to keep going, but until I get some offers.
If I've got as many recruits as what I think I've got, I'm gonna need help next semester. So
that is true. I actually asked you about that.
So right now, I was gonna have you and Nolan be talking to. I've got too many kids this semester.
Too many kids.
Too many.
Yeah.
I think the average number right now is 15.
Jeez. Yeah, no, I actually am very this is like one of the games. Overwatch is like one of the few games I'm actually like motivated to play, believe it or not, too. So different mindset going into this than the other game. But we'll figure out what happens to me here. Hopefully sometime during the summer. So, but until then, how about we highlight one of the players that's actually in Riot Grande right now? We'll talk about one of the league players, Diego Marti Carrera. Well, Marti Carrera. It's a Marty Mid. That's his gamer tag. He's a freshman, and he's a starting mid laner for Riot Grande's League of Legends team, and it's his first season with Riot Grande as well.
Yep.
Against
he's a soccer player, right?
Yes, he's a soccer player as well. Soccer player. Starting soccer player too. I don't know what position he plays, but he's starting on there too. And in the game versus Mount Cat Esports, he bolstered a really good stat line with 21 kills, 9 deaths, and 22 assists.
It seemed like every time I'm in there doing VOD review, Diddy's always running around screaming his name.
Yeah, Marty's insane. And he also bolstered a 469 total CS between 2 games as well. So a 4.77 average KD and 469 in CS. So, and best way to explain it, imagine you have a tracer going like 40 and 6, and actually I do feel it says assist. Never mind. Okay, let's say like an Ana that drops like a 30 bomb, only dies 3 times, and has just as many assists than she does kills.
At that point, I would just ask,
what are you smoking?
What game are you playing?
Yeah, that's the best way. That's your watch equipment if you want to figure out what that's like.
Yeah.
This is a mid laner too. He doesn't play with support. Like the only support he really gets is from the jungler.
Yeah.
So, it's very exciting to see. So, there's also a bunch of other news and stuff we can cover. But here's the thing: we don't really got much time for it because we're in that state of the semester.
Yeah. I've got a meeting coming up in an hour. We got dinner going on right now. We've got other things going on.
Here's the thing: do you want to talk about something serious, or do you want to start a controversy?
Let me hear both.
Okay. Okay. Careers, sustainable careers in esports, or mouse and keyboard versus controller.
Mouse and keyboard versus controller. That one, I throw a lot of respect on controllers because I came from controllers. Right. Now, there is mouse and keyboard. You can always improve.
I say, do you want to do this one?
I'm just going to quick one. The one I'm interested in is that first one.
Okay.
The mouse and keyboard, aim is always going to be better than a controller.
Right.
Controllers, though, have a skill cap. Once they hit it, they are terrifying to play against.
Yeah.
And then you got aim assist. That's going to help you out. But honestly, you can't get the aim assist if you can't aim.
Yeah.
So, there. That's my thing. I still think mouse and keyboards are better at some point.
Yeah, no. My notes just says, probably the most controversial debate on the show is aim assist. Dylan says aim assist cheating, or is it
it's not.
No, it's not, and it's come from a guy who both plays controller, mouse, and keyboard. I play controller. I do both when I play COD, depending on how I feel. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, I feel I can probably do 10 times better on my mouse and keyboard, probably with my controller. However, I like playing a controller when I play COD because it's fun. I like it. That's how you usually.
I can't do it anymore. Once I stopped learning how to play with controller and play mouse and keyboard, I can't go to controller. I can't do it.
It depends on what game, to be honest.
I play COD with mouse and keyboard. Ask Spoonie. I played with him.
Yeah, no.
He was mad at me that I was using a mouse and keyboard.
I do both, but I'd rather play with a controller. That's just me because that's just how COD's supposed to be played. But the thing is that the only game where it seems like aim assist could be cheating is Halo, and even then, you only play with controller in the first place. It's a controller game.
Yeah.
That's the thing. These games that you're complaining about, these are all controller games. I mean, the only one that's doesn't come up to mind is Fortnite or Apex.
Yeah.
That's the only two I can imagine that are just okay, cool. So, but no, the thing as well with mouse and keyboard, you can use your whole arm to aim. If you're using a controller, you're just doing this. You have your thumbs. Thumb, arm.
I think we're sticking with this topic.
No. That's all I'm going to say. So overall, no, it is not cheating. It is not BS. I think it's fair.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we're gonna talk about the actual one. So the careers and businesses actually sustainable in esports. So the thing is with esports, I'm pretty sure we all look at it. It is not very profitable. It's not profitable at all.
Not, and that's the weirdest thing with me. It's not profitable, but it is the largest growing sport right now.
Yeah, no,
and the fastest.
That's the thing that baffles me too. The reason why is because there's no way to make money to a lot of these things.
Right, because it's going through a different program. Like football, it's just going out there on a piece of land and just playing football.
Right.
And esports is you got to run a game through a program. That program's got to run through a computer.
Let's say from let's just look at like a Call of Duty land, for example. Okay, and I'm saying Call of Duty because that's like the smallest teams I can think of off the top of my head. You need 8 PCs minimum to run a small tournament. Granted, if you're running a big tournament, you need more than 8 PCs. But 8 PCs minimum with good specs and be able to run everything.
Yep.
You need to rent a place out. You need to have general admission and then other stuff you have for fans. Let alone prize money.
Granted, yes, the whole event is for the game itself, but sometimes watching the game is boring.
Yeah.
And a lot of people I've been watching a lot of the Overwatch.
If you're going to a LAN, you're going to watch.
Right.
And that's the thing. It all depends. The thing is that some people would rather just watch it on the computer anyway, because basically you're just watching a bunch of people play a game on a giant screen anyway. And I don't know, just a lot of these. And also another thing as well is the fact that some controversies also cause a lot of money to not be a thing. Look at Overwatch League, for example. Okay, one I forget what happened. There was a controversy. No, it was when Blizzard had their whole entire thing. A bunch of sponsors got pulled. I remember Coca-Cola pulled out, which that was like their biggest sponsor. Then a bunch of other ones pulled out. And the things I remember when Our League was still around, there wasn't I think the last 9 days there wasn't many sponsors on the screen in the first place. No,
I think the biggest thing how you need to do it is you need to get a good sponsorship. You need to have equal pay. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
Men, women, everything. Everyone needs to be on equal playing grounds here. Because in that program style, if one thing is not happy, it will crumble so fast. Yeah. Because in the general sense of if you look at an NFL ownership, the only thing that people have control over is where they sit and what they want to eat.
Yep.
It's the owner. Now, you could do that in esports and have an ownership league and just have them talk about what they need.
Yeah.
But then in that same sense there, one thing comes out the wrong way, it's so in shambles. Because teams are owned by basically sponsors.
Yeah.
Say Riot joined the New Contenders League.
Yeah, WCS.
They would be Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Buys them. We're a Coca-Cola team. We're Coca-Cola Riot.
That'd be kind of cool.
That's their thing. One thing goes wrong, Coca-Cola pulls us, boom, we're done.
Yeah, our funding's out.
It's relying on a sponsor to keep us running is a problem.
Here's the thing. So I want to look at this with like two different perspectives, okay? And this is going to be a reality check for a lot of people, okay? From a player, this is not a career. This is not a career where you make money. This is a career where you go and actually do something for pride for once. The thing is, players
just to prove, Mom, I can play video games and be good.
So you gotta ask yourself a bunch of things. Okay, is the game thriving? Is the pro scene healthy, and how easy is it to actually get into a high level of competition?
I will say, for the general sense, I think it is finally starting to hit that upswing.
Well, yeah, because we're
it's a long process.
We're starting to get Path to Pro being supported by actual
Faceit, it's a big one.
Faceit's coming in for Overwatch. I know Valorant's trying to do something with their Premier system to try and make it like a Path to Pro kind of thing.
And that's one thing that's really great to see because it doesn't just say, "Hey, these are your professional players." It's no. You have 1,000 other teams that are that can compete at this level. Let them all get a chance.
Right.
And it brings in so much more players, so much more fan base, and it gives everyone that dream that I can be a pro at this. It starts sparking it back up again.
Yeah. The thing is that as a player wise, is probably if you're insane at the game, it's probably realistic. However, if you're you're a diamond, kind of I said you're good, but like outside of like a ranked,
Yeah.
like a number rank, you probably don't really have much of a chance to really be like up with the pros, depending on what game it is. Because like if it's a franchise league, you might as well just kiss your dreams goodbye. I hate to say it, because the things with franchise leagues, it kind of ruins any kind of like openings for people to walk in. But that's just my opinion from it. Anyway, now from the other perspective, and that is as a org owner. And first of all, if you're an esports org owner, you got to realize your money is not coming back ever.
No, okay? Not unless you win like championships after championships all the time, which there's not a ton of them.
The last thing is like, especially with like series now, is like you used to have tournaments almost year round, and now you're playing these like actual like scheduled seasons. So where by the time you get to like April, you don't compete again until like October.
Right. I think it's funny because I remember I brought up that idea that I would want to start after like the MLS.
No, you said
have a regular season.
Something like you said like a. It was like what's it called? Like a
World Cup style.
Like how like soccer does theirs.
Because like does that stuff. But it's funny enough, if you want to make it profitable, there's one other program that you can change and look at.
Which is
PGA.
Fair enough.
You just run nothing but tournaments.
Yeah.
And they get a ton of viewerships. Golf is fun. I love golf. I like to watch it sometimes. But golf is boring to watch sometimes.
Dude, you're telling me. You're telling the guy who bowled in high school. I love the bowl.
Also, bowling.
You know what I don't like to do? Watch bowling. It's boring as all ever.
But in the same sense there's like this advocacy there.
Yeah.
That everyone wants to be a part of. And in that sense there, like now, you bring in all these little titles and like that, there's higher chance for the owners to make money. There's higher retention there. There's more viewership there because now they know like, hey, this is fun. If we made like a Masters version of an esports program, like an EU program, but an event, everyone would be watching that all the time because it's the Masters.
It's the Masters. And those things like I said with the money thing. Okay, first of all, I got this statistic from a bunch of people. I was talking to my mom orgs and things. One org, and one singular org in America, I do not get the name of it, it was only one org in America that turned a profit last year. And the thing is, it wasn't like 100 Thieves or like Cloud9 or anything like that. It was just some random tier 2 org out in the middle of nowhere. And they're the only ones that really turned a profit. Every single org, according to them, has made, well, according to, I think actually I'll get credit for them. According to the owners of Skyfox Studios, there's no way to turn a profit.
I think the biggest thing is the cost is going to be a big problem, but if you get the sponsorships and you do stuff with the sponsors, that's how you get your profit. And then after some time, that's when you notice the sponsors can start pulling away a little bit and backing off their stuff, and the programming itself can just start raising money.
Yeah. So best way to explain it, like every single org that's kind of going right now, they're all losing money as we speak. However, with the most of the money is going to be earned is through sponsorships, investors, and a bunch of other factors like content creators and stuff like that. That's the reason why you see a bunch of like teams and orgs out there that just add people just to make YouTube videos.
Yep.
Because it just nets in more money for them. Well, it nets more money for at least the people who are making the videos, and it means less money coming out of our pockets. So that's the thing with like being an owner, because I've done the owner thing. I didn't really put terribly too much money into it, but I was ready to. But the thing is, at the time, I really thought you could turn a profit. However, we're in this state where now it's an esports limbo when it comes to like business stuff because sponsors are hard to come by.
Yeah.
That's the thing about it. Like you have to shell out a lot of money. That's the thing because you have to. Like sponsors won't pay you unless you have a good team, and you won't have a good team unless you pay them, and the cycle just keeps going.
Yeah, it's going to be a never-ending thing, and I do think it is on an upswing.
Yeah, and the thing is, you can't pay the players because you don't have a sponsor. You don't have a sponsor because you don't have the players.
Right.
So it's just a constant cycle. So once you get one part of the cycle, that's when it all completes. But the thing is that me walking up to like Washington and be like, please give me money, and, it's not going to work.
No.
I can be like, I need money for my esports team, please. Like I can't do that.
And I do think that's another thing is because No offense, but I think there's a lot of old people that run a lot of things.
I mean, dude, you can't just say that like it's a secretive thing. You do know that Jerry Jones owns an esports team, right?
He does.
Complexity.
But still, in that sense, there. I mean, Jerry Jones owns it, but who does make the decisions there?
Still Jerry Jones, believe it or not. He's not making. He's making an executive decision.
How does Jerry Jones do his draft picks?
Yeah, that's fair enough. It's not him. It's someone else. That's the thing. The dude who runs Complexity, though. He's
well,
actually,
I mean, in the sense of, if you don't know the story, Jerry Jones doesn't actually make the picks of his draft. His grandson makes them. His grandson goes, I like that guy. Pick him.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So that's how the Dallas Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl.
That's funny. That's really funny.
But
seriously, who's picking Dak Prescott? That's what I want to know.
You just like the name Dak Prescott.
I mean, they scored with CeeDee Lamb. I ain't gonna lie. So
yeah, CeeDee Lamb. Cool.
That was a good one. Okay, we're
but still, in the same sense, there like sponsorships, it's like that. It's like, why would I do that for a video game when you could be out there making real money doing this? It's too much of a costing.
When grandpa.
If you ask like a younger person that like knows more about esports, they know about the upswing of it, they know about everything that's going on, they'll invest a little bit into it. They're not going to invest like if they're not all in. They're like, okay, I give you this much to start off, figure out what you need to do, then they'll come back to me. But if an old person is like, no, get out of here, I don't want to ever see this program again.
Right. So, I don't know. That is a very interesting thing. So, but when it comes to the esports side of things right now, it was a field that was very open because there really wasn't like a lot of guidelines. But now since it's been a lot of professionalized, it's what are you watching?
No, sorry, it was something that tagged it.
Oh. But no, you just get it's when it's so professionalized now to the point where it's like, I don't know. Yeah, well, I want to actually ask you a personal question right here. Okay, do you think esports is actually ruining like gaming itself?
Yeah.
Really?
I think everyone's getting too competitive in games.
I think my one sort of problem with it is it's not the fact that like but I don't think esports is ruining it. We've had esports forever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, however, with the esports stuff, it's the fact that like everyone's like, oh, I gotta be the best. I gotta be number one, and then when they're not number one, they get all pissy about it. The thing is, like, there's not a sense of having fun anymore, and that's kind of the sad thing because that's what games are for.
Right. Now, I think it's not as bad as what people say it is.
It's not as bad as things.
However,
the Genji that keeps getting into my games and just keeps diving me specifically, eat a bag of rocks. I don't know. That's ridiculous.
Venture.
Oh yeah, by the way, Venture's out too.
Yeah, season came out today.
You know something really funny? We've been so like far behind. In my notes, it says that Venture is like we just got done
with the playtest.
With the playtest, yes. But no, Venture's out now, so that's cool.
But yeah, that's what I think. It's getting way too competitive, and I think to the point where at some point it's going to be hard to play games. But also, I do think that causes the rise of single-player games to come back.
Where are we getting single-player games to come back? That's the thing. However...
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, more of, like, those... You remember those, like, those days you're waiting for, like, the Call of Duty campaign to come out, and you just want to play the Call of Duty campaign.
Here's the thing. Call of Duty campaigns are still popular now. However, Call of Duty campaigns are absolute crap now, so...
I'm not just talking about, like... Say they are going to be releasing a new Uncharted series.
Okay, yeah, no, people will pick that.
Then bam.
Yeah, people will pick that.
They're not gonna. Well, I mean, did you know there was an online?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, but that's still not gonna make everyone go.
There was a online for Last of Us.
Yeah, it's not gonna make everyone go. Let's play Uncharted online.
Yo, hop on Uncharted. No one ain't saying.
Yeah. But no, it's gonna be like, oh, let's play. I want to be Nathan Drake again or whatever.
I mean, here's the thing. I feel like we need more like co-op games too.
Yeah.
But we're so like clouded into like the mindset of just multiplayer, where we just don't ever go against the machine anymore. I don't care how good we are at this game. I mean, yeah, you can add a multiplayer, but I don't think it should be like the center piece of everything. Not everything needs to be an esport. I hate to say it. Okay, I'm saying not everything needs to be an esport. Okay, I'm looking at you, Swift. Looking at you again.
I think Polygon's gonna take over.
I need Polygon. Look. I'm getting out of college. Hey, developers of Polygon, I'm getting out of college. I don't know what I'm doing, but you can teach me how to program things. I will make sure the game is functional and good. The game is good. It's great as is. However, there's nothing to do with it anymore. I played the same map for the last 2 years. I'm getting bored.
After 2 years.
I will make the same. I will make shit for this game for you. Please, I just want more content. It's actually just a good game. All right, but okay. So
Get the Midwestern knee slap. I think we should start heading out of here.
Yeah, I'll say. Do you have anything else you want to say or not?
Tune in this week for all the events that are going on. I know you're probably not seeing this now, but like, if you can see this before the league game, watch the league game. Next week, if we make it to championships,
finals. Watch grand finals. Watch the last 2 games that we have. Okay, watch us go against Providence if this comes out before Providence. I doubt it. But watch us go against Providence even if it isn't. We didn't. Go back and watch the game. What are you doing? Okay, get off this episode. Go watch the game and then come back.
Yeah.
Okay, just pause it right here. Okay. That was a good game, wasn't it? Yeah, it's a really good game. That was a very good game. Now I'm done. I think I did pretty well, honestly. I don't know. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Anyway, but go watch the league team. Go against Siena College. Cheer them on, and then come back next Wednesday and cheer us on, and send me off for my very last match for Rio Grande. Well, as a player, at least, as far as I know. So, all right. Well, I think that's about done it.
Yep, I think it is.
Yep. We didn't do a thumbnail thing. Wow.
Thumbnail? I got one. I'm gonna send you a picture.
No,
yeah.
I got it.
No. I was gonna do the one of Aston. All right.
No one.
True.
I mean, I have a bunch of them too.
Now, I think we do the one with Aston. You remember the?
Oh wait, no.
We do that, but then we have
like Photoshop us into it.
Yeah. So like Photoshop us into like. There it is.
Yeah, there's stuff.
Yep. There you go.
Cut. I said cut.
Kroger.